in this creepy dark forest, and I'm playing a game I've been asking for the Game Boy Advance for a long time. It's called Blackthorne. It's from Blizzard, and this is before they started making Diablo and StarCraft and Warcraft and all those great games. They made games for the old consoles like the Super Nintendo and the Genesis. And Blackthorne was one of my favorite games from the 16-bit days, so I was hoping they would bring it out for the Game Boy Advance, and here it is. I have to say, I'm a little bit shocked because I remember it looking a lot better than it does on this machine. The characters look a little sort of simplistic. Great rotoscoped animation, though. You play a guy who's like this big military dude named Kyle Blackthorne. He's got a shotgun and a really nasty attitude. He's running around, he's killing deadly wasps and rock creatures, all kinds of little mutant, sort of scummy type of creatures and evil beings and stuff. You're up against this really demonic bad guy named Sarlacc, and he's overtaken this world known as Tuul. That's T-U-U-L. There's a huge, giant backstory to this game that you can read in the instruction book, and it makes the experience a little bit more interesting. But safe to say, this is all about shooting stuff with your shotgun and hiding in shadows and creeping. I would love Blizzard to update Blackthorne for the new machines, but this will keep me satisfied until they do. It's called Blackthorne from Blizzard for your Game Boy Advance, 7.5 out of 10. We're back. We're moving away from hockey for a little bit. We're going to talk about Starsky and Hutch.
We're not moving away from hockey. It's right behind us.
Well, it's still a hockey theme.
It's all around us.
It is. It's omnipresent. But we're going to talk now about Starsky and Hutch. For the PlayStation 2, it's also out on the Xbox.
I don't know how many people are going to realize what Starsky and Hutch is.
They're making a Starsky and Hutch movie. Well,
there you go.
With Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller.
That's right.
So it should be pretty funny, and I think they're trying to cash in on it. And the 70s, like with, Grand Theft Auto going back into the 80s, and all these companies sort of looking back in time for nostalgic kind of vibes.
Like The Great Escape, Italian Job. Okay, let's say this up front. The graphics are by no means the most spectacular.
This is not state-of-the-art.
No.
At all.
The speed in which you travel is by no means Wipeout or state-of-the-art.
No.
As well. But what it does offer is some unique gaming experience. I'm a huge fan. You remember the old arcade game called Chase HQ?
Right, Sega Classic.
You drove and you could shoot at the same time. Right? Well, this game does exactly that. You can play 1 or 2 player. Now, if you play 2 player, one guy can drive, one guy can shoot, but it gets even better. You can have a steering wheel to drive, and the other guy can use the light gun to shoot.
It's pretty amazing. You can still play as a solo player with just the controller, and even that's a pretty fun game.
This is more of an arcade-style action-adventure as well. You know, you have big floating icons, but you hit some of the icons, so there's lots of bonuses and stuff. There's power-ups, you get better traction, you get turbos, you can shoot the lights to turn them green or red to control traffic. You can shoot icons to put your siren on. The whole preface of the game, though, is that you're in a TV series.
So if bad guys get away, you lose viewer points. If you run over pedestrians, viewers get turned off from that unless you're Tommy. Tommy would watch a show like that in a second.
And they also have some special icons when you shoot them that have special events happen. They're called special event icons, where, you know, some big 18-wheeler will flip over.
But I really like the way they presented the story and sort of did the whole trappings around Starsky Hutch. They didn't like use cutscenes from the show or anything.
That's right.
They did an animated comic book kind of thing to it.
The cinematics,
very nice style there. It's also fantastic to see Huggy Bear.
Yeah, check this out. He's a real shifty dude. Little Louis Abgar. The cat moves a lot of painted wheels from his joint downtown.
It's a cheap game. It's only $20 to buy it brand new, which is a pretty decent price for something like this.
Tell you what,
it's not gonna. This isn't one you're gonna play forever and ever, and it's not gonna be the one.
I'll play $20 worth of it, that's for sure.
I'm gonna give Starsky and Hutch 7.5 out of 10.
I liked it even more than that. I'm giving it an 8. On the positive side, there's finally a game out there that uses shooting and driving, including the light gun and steering wheel, if you'd like. The whole comic book style presentation and cinematics are well done. But the best thing of all is that this game is under $20.
On the negative side, you know what? The graphics could have been better and it could have been a deeper gameplay experience, but for a budget title, this one isn't bad at all. All right, today's hardware, we're going to talk about something that's really cool. It's called the Eluminx glow-in-the-dark keyboard. It's from a company called Auravision, and it's for the PC. What'd you think of this Eluminx keyboard?
When you put this keyboard in, it is Tron all the way. And a lot of gamers like turn all the lights off, right?
Yep.
And then when you're searching for keys, you never really know. You're looking in the dark.
Right.
Well, this thing, everything glows up, but you can still see the letters and all the things on the key, so it's easy to hit. So for gamers, there's a plus there. The keyboard is also extremely thin.
Yes. And
you can almost take it with you. It's almost a good portable.
It's very, very thin. This is actually a problem that I had with the keyboard. The keys aren't the usual, stick out and they're all grooved for your fingers type of keys that you find on a keyboard. It's all sort of flat and elegant. Some of them are a little bit scrunched, like the space bar isn't as big as you normally would have it. So if you're used to typing and you tap with both left and right thumb, you might be hitting the wrong key with your right thumb. My only other beef with this thing too is that it's $100.
That's the biggest problem.
It glows, it's nice, it looks cool.
But who wants to spend $100?
That's like 2 games, maybe 3.
3 games.
That's like 5.
That's 5 Starsky Hutches, right?
That's right.
Because of the price,
yeah, it's pretty
tough. It's hard to recommend. So I don't know, how do we score that?
I would say it's a not recommended with an asterisk.
On the positive side, this sucker glows like Tron. It's very small and compact, so you can travel with it. And because it glows, you can see all the characters, which is perfect for playing in the dark.
On the negative side, the small styling of the device actually makes it a little bit difficult for regular computer use. But the biggest bummer is that $100 price tag. That's just too much.
All right, we'll be right back, and we have one more game with a big surprise.